This is their second match of the 24-game season, and the reality is that because there is an odd number, 13 teams in the under-18s, it means that there is always one weekend when a team misses out without a fixture altogether. Well, what you will notice from the under-18s is that they have the same philosophy, the same style of play as Pep Guardiola's first team. They will play out from the back. True Grant will get lots of touches of the ball with his feet. You have to be adept with your feet when you're a Manchester City goalkeeper at whatever level you play at. And the Blues have now broken the press, and they're in with a very early opportunity, and it's been taken as well by Joel Undala. Well, he scored last weekend. He's maintained his goal-a-game record, Joel Undala. And with City's first attack, they have swept into the lead. Beautifully worked from back to front. It was almost a Pep Guardiola first-team kind of goal. They beat the press. The pass released to Joel Undala. Nico O'Reilly just slipping it inside the fullback. And Undala, who's got tremendous acceleration, got himself beyond the last Derby defender. The mini Derby of November 2019 was the last time the under-18s tasted home defeat.
Maybe not that picture, but you see the intent what they're going to do.
Not that they particularly lose many matches away from home either. And indeed, I mentioned earlier, they won the under-18 North title last campaign and then went on to face Southampton, who were the Southern winners. They were actually drawn to play away at the St Mary's Stadium, and they won that game to become national champions. They're looking for a second goal here to make it 2-0 if they can. There's a deflection, and then it's off the line, and then Undala tries to keep it alive. And it looks as though Whittingham was about to make it 2-0. Right, prodding it forward. And chance down the left-hand side, and just squeezed out. Well, the Blues have attacked down the flanks with great regularity. Ashton Moore down one side and Joel Undala down the other. Continue to fashion openings. They've worked it out towards a song. Kiki comes with him. Crossing position for Gill. And a good save with the legs by Grant. Well, that's the first time that True Grant has been called into meaningful action. And he made a decent stop low to his left with his legs. It's not over yet, this attack from Derby. Now it is. Robinson. Away by Tongo. You can see Whittingham changing his shirt and his shorts by the look of it, as the ball is slid out for a corner. The song's okay. Just testing out that ankle, see if he's all right to put weight on it. The upshot of all that is a Derby County corner. Their first in the 38th minute. Well, it was a good headed opportunity. Well, certainly a distant second best in the initial stages, and they've given the ball away carelessly. And City now have plenty forward on the counter. Try to work it into the centre. It's a good save by Thompson. Bois-Duo was looking for it, but Jack Thompson, the Derby goalkeeper, came to meet it. One for Nicholas Davis to chase. It's kept in by Callum Moore. Naylor's challenge, and it's a free kick to Derby. Crossing position for them. See, Naylor's keen to win it back, but he sends Moore to the turf. The assistant on the far side flagging immediately. One's well dealt with though by duo. He came back like all good centre forwards do to help out his back line. Here's Okiki. Nice reverse pass to Undala. Undala's tackled well by Fapetu. City will end the half with a corner. Driving it in, it's a really good ball. It had a nice whip on it. Undala through the gap and Duo makes it 2-0. Well, Derby had started the first minutes of the second half with purpose to try and get the equaliser. But the Blues, with a counter-attack of sorts, make it 2-0 through Justin Duo. He's initially involved and then he gets the return ball and slides it beautifully to wrong foot Thompson. Samuel. Wheel didn't try to hurry him along. And here's Undala, released by Okiki. It's a great strike. It was always going wide of the goal. You could tell by Jack Thompson's reaction, but it was well worked onto his left boot. Got power, but never quite got the accuracy. Joel Undala. Samuel. Now Whittingham. Slides it through and gets it to Undala. And Undala just places it beyond the far post, and he's bitterly disappointed that he did. He's right-footed, he's coming from the left, and he had the right-hand side of the goal to try and place it into. Credit to Thompson in the Derby goal. And in is Undala. Undala's through here. Can he find a finish this time? You bet he can. It's his second of the match, it's his third of the season. And surely the destiny of the points are now heading for the Blues. He had a chance earlier that he put wide, but again, coming off that left-hand side onto his strong right boot, he sold the dummy to the goalkeeper and just passed it really into the corner of his net. 2 for Undala, 3 for City, and surely a first victory of the new season. They certainly might feel as though there are more goals for them today, and it might come here for number 4. Well, maybe a little too wide, but to be fair, it was smartly taken. Looked as though Whittingham had been forced too wide initially, but he just managed to hurdle the challenge, and as he was almost falling over, the referee might have had to give a penalty. Whittingham managed to regain his balance and tuck it into the net. And that is how the match concludes. So True Grant earns his clean sheet. Derby County, second best today, they'd have to admit. The tone set very early on. The early goal in the 3rd minute from Joel Undala, who also added a second goal for himself, a 3rd goal for the Blues in the second half. Duo made it 2-0. Either side of the, or in between I should say, the 2 Undala goals, and the scoring completed by Whittingham, who made it 4. And City's first home game of the season ends in a handsome victory. Derby County looking for their first points and their first goal of the new season.